It's the start of week 4 on the PSCL baseball season. Cole Pavelio and Griffin Epstein alongside you this morning as we have the Jacks and the Colonials going at it today against each other here in historic Palm Springs Stadium. As starting on the mound, Jordan Watson for the Colonials as they enter with a 9-6 record. They're second in the Northern Division. The Jacks 12-4 and they're number 1 in the South. The Jacks batting first. Looking to get a quick start off of Jordan Watson, the southpaw. The first pitch, a fired ball outside. Binyam Gebhart, Cameron Tarling, and Ben Wade, 1, 2, and 3 for head coach Sam DiMatteo. Gebhart waves through the second pitch for a 1-1 count. Drew Perry, Jake Swan, and Noah Gutierrez, 4, 5, and 6. Cameron DeJornet batting 7th as the backstop. Gebhart lifts one to the left side on the infield. Calling everyone off is Ramon Macias for out number 1. Logan Warden, Dryden Fuoco, and Johnny Young, 8, 9, and 10. And that's the 10 batters today for the Jacks. The fielding arrangement behind Jordan Watson, battery mate, is Mike Roberson. The infield from third to fourth, Macias, Davenport, Patton, and Verna. First pitch to Cameron Tarlin is outside, 1-0 now. The outfield from left to right, Carrillo, Endo, and Conti. And that's your fielding arrangement for the Colonials. The 1-0 count back outside from Jordan Watson, the southpaw. Quick 2-0 count from Jordan Watson. Leg kicks and fires. Another one outside from Watson. Jordan Watson from Evangel University coming in at 6'2", 210. Works from the first base side of the rubber and delivers a strike. 3-1 count to Cameron Tarling. Hits it straight back to Watson. Watson fields it cleanly, flips it over to first just in time to get Tarling. That one a lot closer than it needed to be for a close out number 2. Cole Pavelio and Griffin Epstein is mentioned alongside you today from historic Palm Springs Stadium on a beautiful July 1st. In the mid-90s right now as Ben Wade digs in. Ben Wade from Holy Savior Menard coming in at 5'9", 175 and a 1-0 count.
Jordan Watson has had a fantastic season so far, 3-1, making his 5th start of the season, an excellent ERA below 2, 1.89.
The 1-0 chopped foul evens up the count 1-1.
He's allowed just 4 earned runs on the season, 26 strikeouts, 18 walks, and 19 innings pitched. He's been one of the top pitchers for the Colonials this season, who are really hitting their stride at the right time. They've won 5 of the last 6.
1-1 is inside to Ben Wade. Now 2-1. To the extra hitter today for the Jacks. 2-1 from Watson. And on the outer edge, called for a strike 2. Might have been a borderline call, but Mike Roberson framed it well to get the strike call for his pitcher. Looking for the knockout pitch here. 2-2 chopped foul. Keeps it at 2s. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the first. Nothing game. Here in game 1 of our doubleheader today, here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network. The 2-2 is fired outside. Makes it a full count. We'll also have the Coyotes and the Blue Sox at approximately 11:30, or 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. The full count from Watson. Chopped to the left side. Macias fields it on the hop. Gets it over to first base for the 3rd out. It's 3 up and 3 down for the Jacks. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on. We head to the bottom of the first. The Colonials due up here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. high performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Colonials looking to strike first as they set down the Jacks 3 up and 3 down. In the top half of the first inning, Sal Fregoso starting on the mound for the Jacks today. An uncommitted 5'9" right-hander coming in at 170. He'll be facing Thomas Carrillo, the top of Colonials lineup. As Colonials will be looking to strike first. Watches the first one for a ball. Thomas Carrillo leading off for the Colonials, followed by Haruto Endo, Mike Roberson, 1, 2, and 3. The 1-0 count from Fregoso, hit to the right side, gets through the infield, and there's a leadoff hit for Thomas Carrillo and the Colonials. Good start to the day for the Colonials. First batter, first base runner, first hit. 4, 5, and 6, Ramon Macias, Brooks Walker, and Justin Verna. 7, 8, 9, and 10 is Kason Davenport, Joseph Conti, Dax Patton, and Jackson Wood. Rounding out the lineup for head coach Nate Lambden. Haruto Endo now up to bat, the left-handed batter. Pulls back a bunt attempt, called for a strike on the inner edge. Haruto Endo, the center fielder for the Colonials today. Endo from Minnesota West Community College. Coming in at 5'6", 141. Launches the ball outside, 1-1. Endo, one of the players that was on the PSCL All-Star ballot. 1-1 from Fregoso is fouled back over the netting. 1-2 quickly to Haruto Endo. And Endo did make the PSCL All-Star team. And we'll be seeing those PSCL All-Stars on the 4th of July game against the Palm Springs Power at 6 o'clock here in historic Palm Springs Stadium. The 1-2 evens up the count at 2-2. Two count coming to Haruto Endo. Fregoso works from the first base side of the rubber. The delivery 2-2 down. Carrillo taking off for second base. And a good throw by DeJournet. A strike him out, throw him out, double play. Has 2 quick outs for the Jacks. Mike Roberson looking to avoid 3 up and 3 down. The field arrangement and the battery mate for Fregoso is DeJournet. The infield behind him, Warden, Gebhardt, Gutierrez, and Swant. First pitch to Roberson is pulled outside. The outfield, Perry, Tarling, and Fuoco. Dryden, Fuoco in right field. Oh, and Fuoco got the start yesterday and got the day off today. Quickly 2-0 to Mike Roberson. Mike Roberson awaits the 2-0. The 2-0 delivery, fisted off the hands. Pop up to the right side, and that one will drop in front of Fuoco. That's 2 hits in the inning One runner on for the Colonials as Mike Roberson is on. Would have been a big hit there if Carrillo hadn't been caught stealing. Would have been runners at the corners. But now we'll have Lucas Schumacher coming to run for Mike Roberson as Ramon Macias up to bat. Ramon Macias from Chico State. Coming in at 140 at 6-foot frame. First pitch to Macias is above the letters. 1-0. We've seen Macias pitch as well as play third base. He's on the hot corner defensively for the Colonials today. 1-0 to Macias is right under the hands, forces him to bend out of the way a bit. 2-0. Nothing game here in the bottom of the first. 2 outs. 2-0 count to Ramon Macias from Sal Fregoso. He's back upstairs. 3 straight balls to Macias. Three-0 count. Fregoso sets and fires, and that's a 4-pitch walk for Ramon Macias. Now as it really starts to be a question of what the score might have been if Thomas Carrillo did not get caught stealing. Brooks Walker up to bat now, the DH today for the Colonials. Fregoso checks on the runners. Delivers the first pitch to Walker. High and outside, 1-0. 1-0 count to Walker. That's high and outside. Macias had a big lead in a snap throw, but he's back in there safely on the 2-0 count. Brooks Walker from Cabrillo College. Listed as 5'11", 205. A sturdy frame. 2-0 count. Fregoso delivers on the outer edge, a called strike. Good job framing there by DeJournet. Stole his team a strike. 2-1 count. Delivered to Reed to Walker, and he waves through it. 2-2 now. Fregoso looking for the first ending strikeout, as he's already on 1 strikeout. Looking for strikeout number 2. 2-2 count. Checks on the runners. Fires. And there's strikeout number 2 for Fregoso. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on for the Colonials. It's a 0-0 game through 1 here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Like a family setting, you know, we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Jordan Watson getting ready to go out there for his second inning of work against the Jacks. Drew Perry, Jake Swan, and Noah Gutierrez due up to face the southpaw. Jordan Watson, as the final warm-up toss has been delivered. Watson faces four-seam, two-seamer, curveball and slider, as well as a changeup and a splitter. We'll see what he leads off against Drew Perry with. Works from straight down the middle of the rubber, and he delivers strike one. Looked like something off speed. For an 0-1 count to the left fielder, Drew Perry. Quickly 0-2, as Watson is wasting no time against the Jacks here in the second. 0-2, Watson working quickly, leg kicks, fires, and that one's well outside. 1-2. The Jacks, the top of the Southern Division. The Colonials, second in the North. The 1-2 from Watson. Hammered left field, going back is Carrillo, and he will watch that one bang off the wall, and Drew Perry has a stand-up double as it bounds back to central left field for a stand-up double for Drew Perry. That one had a lot of pop behind it, and we thought it might have been gone for a moment there.
92 off the bat, 361 feet and 4 inches. And, man, if it was 362, that's a home run for Drew Perry. In fact, that's a home run in a lot of big league ballparks, but as are the depths of Palm Springs Stadium, an all-star with a lot of power, Drew Perry.
350 to the corners, 400 dead center here in Palm Springs Stadium, and Mike Roberson calls the mound visit between him and Jordan Watson after the big double by Drew Perry as they get ready to face the first baseman, Jake Swan. And you mentioned that, Griffin, in a lot of ballparks, that would be a home run, but here in Palm Springs Stadium, tall walls and deep outfields means Drew Perry just has a double. First pitch to Swan is up around the noggin. Goes to 1-0.
It's kind of crazy, Cole. He has 8 doubles now on the season. He has 6 singles, so he has more doubles than he has singles on the year, as is the power of Perry. And if he was playing in a smaller ballpark, probably a couple of those doubles would be home runs.
1-0 swung on through by Swan. 1-1. Swan from Dawson Community College, 6'2", 210. And you definitely talk about ballpark factor when you talk about Palm Springs Stadium and just how cavernous the outfield is here for a lot of these players. The 1-1. 2-1 now. And thinking about it, I think the only deeper left field in the majors is Wrigley Field at 355. Then right field at 353 there. Not a lot more deeper, lot less ballparks there, a lot less deeper is the walk given up to Swan. And Perry takes third on the pass ball. Runners at the corners, no outs for the Jacks as they're looking to hop onto the board. It was just a 2-1 count as it's now 3-1.
That's what I thought. I was surprised Jake Swan was running to first base. The acting job, not good enough for Carlos Hernandez. Good on the umpire, making sure he has the balls and strikes right.
Perry is on third after the ball got by Roberson. But Swan, a 3-1 count. Now he's got his walk that he was looking for. Runners at the corners officially now. No outs. After the first walk given up by Jordan Watson today. Noah Gutierrez, the second baseman, ready to go now. Batting 6 from Minnow State. Coming at 5'7". 170, swings through the first one.
What a season, Cole, this Jacks team has had. They've won 3 in a row now, including 14 runs put up against the Bootleggers yesterday. This offense is hitting their stride at the right time as that pitch misses outside.
1-1 count to Gutierrez, and before yesterday they were at 94 runs, so now 94 plus 14, you do the math. The Jacks are one of the most offensively strong squads, and that was hit straight back up the middle by Gutierrez. That will score Drew Perry after it took a piece of Jordan Watson's glove along with it. Into center field, an RBI single for Noah Gutierrez as it scored Drew Perry from third. Swan on second now. Gutierrez on first after the RBI single.
Sam DiMatteo, talking with him before the game, noted only 3 games left in the regular season after today for the Jacks. It's gone by quickly, but he's starting to feel really good about his squad going into the playoffs.
Cameron DeJournay launches one outside from Watson. 1-0.
And with just those 3 games left, the Jacks' magic number to clinch a first-round bye in the playoffs is down to 2 with a 3-game lead over the Rush entering today.
The 1-0 outside snap throw by Roberson, and he got Noah Gutierrez on the snap throw down to first for the second out. That's a big second out. Actually make that the first out. But regardless, big out nonetheless. 2-0 count. Swant on second. DeJournay watches another one outside, 3-0. It seems as we've gone through the PSEL season, the catchers are getting more and more aggressive on their snap throws and their throw downs. And more are starting to be successful. The 3-0 in there for a strike at the knees, DeJournay. Three-one count, Watson. Checks the runner, delivers the 3-1. It's high and outside. That's another walk for Jordan Watson as DeJournay takes the 90 feet. Logan Warden, third baseman today for the Jacks from COD, College of the Desert. So he's familiar with Sam DiMatteo and Reed Santos and Casey Dill, who are the coaches for the Palm Springs Power. First pitch to Logan Warden. He plays the corner infields. He's in a 1-0 count. 6'2", 210 for Warden. 1-0 check on the runners by Watson. Fires in there for a strike, 1-1. Looks like we're getting a runner for DeJournay. Looked like it was Joe Jimenez from Olivia Nazarene. We saw him in a few appearances for the Power. 1-1 from Watson. Swung on through by Warden. Another throw down and a caught stealing as Jake Swant was trying to take third. And Mike Roberson has 2 great showings of his arm here in the second inning alone.
He's been terrific beyond the plate so far, and he's doing all the hard work here in this inning for the Colonials. He has both of their outs.
He's really trying to keep the Jacks silent. The 1-2 is outside, 2-2. It must be so helpful having a great catcher like Roberson who's able to catch runners napping or maybe when they don't get the greatest of leads. He'll get the outs for you. 2-2, another throw down, and Joe Jimenez is safe at third. It was a close call there. Almost got 3 outs all on the base pass. But it's a full count here to Logan Warden. And Sam DiMatteo and the Jacks looking to steal a run on the base pass. Long check on by Jimenez, by Watson. That one's inside, almost hits Warden, but it's a mute point as it's a walk given up again. Third walk here. Given up by Watson. Dryden Fuoco up to bat now. Uncommitted at 6'1", 200 pounds. Slightly open stance. Bend of the knees. Pops it up on the right side of the infield. Calling everyone off is Justin Vernon. He will field it for out number 3. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors. 1 left on for the Jacks. They lead it 1-0 as we head to the home half of the second here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Colonials looking to answer back as the Jacks scored 1 in the top half of the second. 6, 7, 8 due up Justin Vernon, Kason Davenport, and Joseph Conti. Set to face Saul Fregoso. Jacks are 12-4 in their season, top of the Southern Division. As things stand, they'll get the bye in the first round of the PSCL playoffs. 1-0 count to Justin Vernon. The 1-0 outer edge called strike. Evens up the count. And a 1-0 game led by the Jacks after they scored 1 in the top of the second. The 1-1 from Fregoso. That was too far outside. Goes to 2-1.
Now, pretty much every team through the ups and downs of a season is bound to have a down point, and it's really a question of how do you respond.
2-1 hard hit back up the right side, but Folco will camp under it for the first out.
And for the Jacks, it was losing 3 in a row and 4 out of 5 in the middle of the season after starting so hot, 8-0, and they've really bounced back well into the stretch of the season, winning 3 in a row. Their offense has been excellent over the last 3 games in this win streak, scoring at least 6 runs.
Kason Davenport ready to face Saul Fregoso, and he's hit by a pitch up around the shoulder area. Might have hit him on that lead arm, but it's a hit by a pitch either way for Kason Davenport. He'll take the trot down to first base. It's Joseph Conti up to bat now. Joseph Conti from Modesto Junior College. Billed at 5'10", 170 as the outfielder. Playing right field today, taking on for second base, Kason Davenport, and he has the stolen base. As that one goes into the outfield, Davenport takes off for third. He'll have third standing up. On the stolen base. And advancing on the throw for Davenport. Joseph Conti in a 1-0 count. 1-0 delivery from Fregoso on the outer edge. Caught the corner of the strike zone, 0-1 as it goes to 1-1 after the last one was a ball. 1-1, Davenport on third. Fregoso delivers, fouled straight back. 1-2. Dax Patton is next. Jackson Wood would follow. 1-2 count. Fregoso looking for a big out here. The delivery, shot to the right side. Fuoco drifting back. That's deep enough to tag home for Davenport. And Davenport scores on the sac fly to right field. Evens up the game at 1-1. Good piece of hitting to get it deep enough to allow Davenport to score. Give up the out for the run on the sac fly by Joseph Conti. Dax Patton up to bat now. Patton watches the first one as it's misfired outside. Dax Patton from McCook Community College. 5'7", 170. Watches the next one for a strike. Patton from Midland, Texas. 1-1. 2 Patton. And that one's well outside. 2-1. Home of the Midland Rockhounds, the AA affiliate of the Oakland A's. 2-1 count. Is chopped foul as there was a check swing by Patton. 2-all count as it's deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in inning number 2. Bottom of the second, 1-1 game. The 2-2 from Fregoso hit to the left side on a couple of hops. Gebhardt fields it cleanly and gets it over to first just in time for out number 3. 1 run, no hits. No errors, no one left on for the Colonials. We're through 2. It's knotted up all at 1 here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Top of the third. Jacks due up 10, 1 and 2. And it's the 1st of July, Griffin, which can mean only one thing. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day. As Bobby Bonilla getting his another payment from the New York Mets.
How many more years does that have, Cole?
I believe it said 11 when I looked it up earlier.
My goodness.
But
I wish I could get a paycheck every July 1st just for doing something I did 20 years ago.
Another $1.19 million for Bobby Bonilla from the New York Mets.
It's that much every year? Oh, my goodness.
After signing a big deal in the year 2000, it's a 1-0 count to Johnny Young. But another year, another $1.19 million for Bobby Bonilla from the Mets. 1-0 is outside quickly, 2-0. 61 years old, Bobby Bonilla. He's going to receive those all the way through 2035. That's it's a 2-0 count to Johnny Young, a slider in there for a strike. You talk about some mega deals throughout the years of baseball. Bobby Bonilla's is one of those that is going to catch the eye of a lot of people up until 2035 when everyone learns about him. New people learn about him every year. Big swing by Johnny Young, swings through. It's a full count now.
I hope he gives a cut of the paycheck to his agent because he sure signed a great deal for him.
The full count to Johnny Young is below the knees. Johnny Young draws to the leadoff walk and throws his bat emphatically. Bonilla last played for the Mets in 1999 and was last in the majors for the Cardinals in 2001. He'll be paid up until he's 72 by the Mets. 1-0 count here to Binyam Gebhart. There's some other interesting contracts, and another interesting one, guess who it belongs to? Bobby Bonilla himself. And that one's a deferred plan with the Mets and their Orioles where they pay him $500,000 a year for 25 years. Those payments began in 2004. This one's by Roberson. Johnny Young takes second base on the wild pitch. 2-0 count here to Gebhart.
His agent was really wheeling and dealing. I mean, how impressive is that?
It's pretty impressive, but another big one, more recent one that I think we're both a bit more familiar with is Chris Davis, who's infamously went 0 for 52 for the Orioles a handful of years ago. The 2-1 here to Gebhart. That one's in the dirt as well, 3-1 quickly. Chris Davis has deferred arrangement with the Orioles. He'll collect $59 million over 15 years, and that continues through 2037. He'll receive $9 million in 2024 and 2025, and then it'll go down all the way till 2037 for Chris Davis. 3-1 hit to the left side, fielded on a few hops by Davenport as he bobbles it actually. And Gebhart is safe at first, and Johnny Young goes to third on the E6. Runners at the corners now for the Jacks as they're knotted up at 1-1. Between the Jacks and the Colonials here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network. On the 1st of July, we've given you your information about Bobby Bonilla and his special day. Johnny Young was trying to take home on a squeeze. The called strike and a pulled back bunt by Tarling. Has him in an 0-1 count. Check by Watson on Young at third. Delivers the 0-1. Poke to the left side. Macias 5. Tries to go to 4, and it goes into the outfield instead, and Johnny Young scores on the E5. Macias trying to rush it. That gives the Jacks their 2-1 lead on back-to-back errors. Runners still at the corners now. Gebhart on third. Tarling on first. No earned run for Watson due to the errors. Now Ben Wade due up. No outs. 2-1 lead for the Jacks over the Colonials. Watson fires to Wade. That one's flared to center field, charging on his Endo, and that one is caught by Endo, and it's not deep enough for a sac fly. So just an F8 for Ben Wade. Drew Perry now due up. Perry hit that long double off the left field wall that in many parks would have been gone, but Historic Palm Springs Stadium said otherwise, due to the cavernous like of the outfield. 1 out. Runners at the corners. Taking off for second here is Tarling, and Tarling takes second, and Gebhardt scores on a pass ball. As it's been an inning of errors for the Colonials, giving the Jacks 2 runs now in the inning. Two runs on no hits. For the Jacks here. First one to Perry inside. This is a 2-0 count after the pass ball and the ball inside. 2-0, Watson checking on the runner at second. Cameron Tarling fires outside, 3-0. Watson's got to find the strike zone here sooner rather than later to keep his team close against a dangerous Jack squad. 3-0 is outside. That's another walk given up by Watson. That's 5 walks in total through 2 1/3. Coach Nate Lambden calls time here, and this is a big mound visit after 2 runs here in the third, making it a 3-1 game. You've just got to get Jordan Watson settled down here before things blow out of proportion for the Colonials as they're behind the Jacks right now. Jacks had 108 runs entering today's game, averaging just below 7 runs even after their offensive explosion yesterday, where they scored 14 over the Haymakers.
Also, though, have the best staff in the league. Just 58 runs allowed on the season in 16 games. That's under 4 runs a game allowed. Have multiple good starters they trust. James Williams, the all-star. Binion Gemhardt, Kanan Stillwell. Drew Perry's pitch well, two-way guy. So there's a lot to like for this Sam DiMatteo experienced Lumberjacks squad going into the postseason.
First pitch here to Jake Swan. Another pass ball. Well, it was a foul ball. That's what it's being called as. So the runners will have to go back 90 feet to first and second. An 0-1 count to Jake Swan.
Now there's only 2 regular season games left after today for Sam DiMatteo's squad. They have a day off tomorrow and then play Wednesday, day off on July 4th for the All-Star game, and then Friday. So that means with a win today, in fact, they actually clinched that 1 seed.
The 0-1 swung through by Swan, 0-2. And I mean, 5 weeks in total of PSCL play when you include the playoffs, but week 4, the final week of the regular season, 0-2. That one gets by Roberson as well as it takes a hop. Runners advance to 90 feet, 1-2. As mentioned, Griffin, this has all been really self-inflicted runs given up by the Colonials here in the top of the third.
Well, it's also been patience and aggressive base running by the Lumberjacks, which you always expect from Sam DiMatteo. He's not one to shy away from 100% all the time and to force the issue from the defense and the pitcher.
The 1-2. Chopped foul, keeps it at 1-2. You see that with the power as well. Sam DiMatteo always putting guys in motion and forcing defensive errors of the other team is you got to think quickly when you're facing a Sam DiMatteo team that's going to be running around everywhere on the base pass. 1-2 in there for a strikeout for Jordan Watson. For out number 2, a strikeout looking. Big out number 2 and the first strikeout for Jordan Watson here today. Noah Gutierrez up to bat now, an RBI single. Last inning, he was picked off by Mike Roberson at first on that snap throw down. 0-0 count. Here to Noah Gutierrez. Top of the third, 2 outs. Gutierrez watches the first one. 1-0. There's a lot of different play styles that we get to see, though, here in the PSCL. You have Sam DiMatteo's team who will run rampant on the base pass, forcing other teams' errors. The 1-0 from Watson. 2-0 now. You have some teams where they have aggressive catchers looking for anyone that's taking a big lead off. Then you've got teams that just play calculated baseball where they'll play small ball and get extra runs where they ever possibly can. 3-0 now quickly to Gutierrez. But this Jacks team is one of those teams that they're going to use their experience in the game of baseball against you. They're going to use every combined year to find something to exploit against the other team. The 3-0 well outside. Walk number 6 given up by Jordan Watson. Cameron DeJournay up to bat now. He walked and got all the way to third, but was stranded there last inning. Colonials just 1 out away of getting out of this inning. Defense in their regular position, center fielder Haruto into a few steps to his right. And their first strike to DeJournay from Watson. 0-1. Runners on first, second, and third for the Jacks. The bases loaded, 0-1 count, 2 outs. Watson delivers big pop-up to the left side. Macias going into the foul territory, and he loses it off the glove. That gives the Jacks an extra out. And a second life for DeJournay. Coming up on an 0-2 count after Macias had it go off the heel of his glove. This is a Jacks team you do not want to give extra runs to or extra outs. 0-2, runners still have the bases loaded. Watson fires the 0-2. That one takes a bad hop, but Roberson knocks it down, keeps it close enough to keep runners from advancing. Tarlian on third. Perry on second. And Gutierrez on first. Bases loaded jam here for Jordan Watson. Needs to get out of this inning to keep this one close as he takes a step off. A 1-2 count. If you let a Jacks team get out to a big lead here, it might be curtains early on. 1-2. Watson fires. Swung on through, and there's a big strikeout for Jordan Watson, his second one of the game. Sets down the Jacks, 2 runs. No hits, 2 errors. 3 left on for the Jacks. We head to the home half of the third. The Jacks lead it 3-1 here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network. Bottom of the third. 10-1 and 2 due up for the Colonials. Jackson Wood, Thomas Carrillo, and Haruto Endo set to face Saul Ferguzzo. First one to Wood, pulled outside, big miss glove side by Ferguzzo. 1-0 to Jackson Wood. The extra hitter starting off the day for the Colonials watches a strike as it breaks in there, 1-1 count. We'll see him go over to first base later on. 1-1 swung on through. Quickly 1-2 is Coach Nate Lambden. Really good about getting players who start on the bench their playing time in the field and their at-bats, as really is the biggest thing of the PSCL, and Nate Lambden is one of the best at making sure everyone gets their at-bats, gets their innings of work. Something you got to appreciate. 2-2 is called a strike three as DeJournay brought that one back into the strike zone for out number one. A big round of applause to DeJournay there.
3 strikeouts now on the day for Ferguzzo. He's looked good so far. Gotten some run support from his offense.
Thomas Carrillo singled back in the first and was caught stealing. As this is actually Haruto Endo who's up to bat. And he laces one foul. This is Haruto Endo in a 1-1 count. Endo lifts one, center field, charged on by Tarling for out number 2. It's now Mike Roberson due up. As it was Thomas Carrillo who led off the inning with a strikeout. Roberson watches the first one. It's upstairs to Roberson, the second one. Three-1 game, the Jacks lead it. As we're here in the bottom of the third. That one's below the knees. Saul Ferguzzo, walking from the first base side of the rubber, gets a called strike. And a 3-1 count to Mike Roberson. 3-1. Ferguzzo. Hard grounder left side, knocked down by Warden. Gets it over to the first base for 3 up and 3 down for the Colonials. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. We head to the fourth here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Jordan Watson getting ready to go for his fourth inning of work. Set to face 8, 9, and 10. Logan Warden, Dryden Fuoco, and Johnny Young. Overall, they're 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. Bottom 3 of the Jacks order. Warden was the first one to walk out of the trio. He was stranded on first in the second. Watson ready to go. He's just waiting on Logan Warden to dig into the box. And Watson delivers the first pitch of the fourth inning inside to Logan Warden. Jordan Watson hasn't been bad on the mound. He's just had a few defensive mishaps behind him as he misses. Must have been above the letters, 2-0.
Colonials coming hot. They'd won 5 in a row before falling to the A's on Saturday and then the day off yesterday.
Quickly a 3-0 count.
They've got 3 more games left after today. And they're trying to hold on to hopes as Warden takes a strike, trying to hold on to hopes of taking the 1 seed in the South, or in the North, I should say.
3-1 is outside. It's a walk to Logan Warden, his second walk of the day.
They entered the day 2.5 games back of the first place Blue Sox and a game up on the Bootleggers. Just 2 games up on the Coyotes, so pretty tight in the kind of middle of the Northern divisions. This is an important game for the Colonials entering the last week of the regular season.
Dryden Fuoco up to bat now. He popped out to end the second inning. Watches the first one for a called strike. Playing right field today for the Jacks. Warden being held by Verna. The 0-1 slides outside. Evens up the count at 1-1. Watson peers in. Gets the sign he wants. Delivers the 1-1. And that one just breaks before hitting Dryden Fuoco. 2-1. Southpaw. Delivers the 2-1 as it's fouled straight back. Evens the count up. 2-2. On a calm, winded day in the Coachella Valley. No wind at all, really, that we can see. 2-2. Goes to 3-2. Snap throw gets by Verna. Taking off for second base is Logan Warden. He got off to a big secondary lead, and Mike Roberson thought he could catch him napping, but the throw was a bit errant, allowed. Warden to advance. He's on second now. Full count to Fuoco. It's lifted, foul. The third base side gets it up into the stands. It will bounce all the way down. Three-two. Watson fires, and it's fouled off again right at the dish. Keeps it full. As the throw back to Watson was a bit errant as well. Had to be handled by Patton as he had to flip it over to Jordan Watson. Full count coming up again. As Watson gets the sign. Leg kicks and fires. Straight back at Watson. Almost takes his head off. There's a hit for Fuoco. Runners at the corners, and Jordan Watson had to take evasive action.
What a great at bat by Fuoco, fouling pitch after pitch off before finding a pitch he liked A breaking ball down in the zone. 83 off the bat. Keep the line moving for the Lumberjacks.
Runners at the corners for Johnny Young. Very close stance. Bat on the shoulder. First pitch from Watson. In their first strike. 0-1 to the DH. Johnny Young from Texas A&M Texarkana. Oh, 1 count. Watson looking for a double play ball here as it's in the dirt. 1-1. Johnny Young's stance, almost like Giancarlo Stanton, very closed. That lead foot right on the edge of the batter's box. Bat on the shoulder. 1-1 from Watson, and Young swings through. 1-2. One-two count. Watson looking for strikeout number 3. 1-2 delivery is well outside. 2-all count. Runners at the corners. No outs. Top of the fourth. 3-1 game. The Jacks lead it. Watson checks on Warden on third. Delivers the 2-2 outside. It's now a full count after being ahead of Johnny Young. Watson looking for the put-away pitch. Checks the runners. Delivers the 3-2, and it's outside, and that loads the bases for the Jacks. And it's back to the top of the lineup now for Binyam Gebhardt. Popped out and reached on an error. And a run tallied as well. Bases juiced. Corners drawn in. Hits, gets by the glove of Macias by third. That's through the infield. 1 run will score. Runners just advanced 90 feet. So bases still loaded with no outs. 4-1 now for the Jacks.
Gebhardt's such an impressive player, being an all-star. He's a utility player. He can pitch, he can hit. A perfect guy to have at the top of the lineup for the Lumberjacks. Comes through and extends this lead for this hot-hitting offense.
Cameron Tarling, 0 for 1 on the day as he reached on an error and grounded out to Watson. First one to him. Inside as Roberson had to block it. 1-0 to Cameron Tarling, the center fielder. Endo in center field, playing for the pole. Big gap, right center field. 1-0. Delivery by Watson, popped up. Shallow right center field, charged on by Conti. He makes the catch, tries to throw home on the tag up. Second run scoring on the sac fly to right field. As Dryden Froco was the one to score. Makes it a 5-1 game for the Jacks. Out number 1. Finally recorded. Young on second. Gebhardt on first. Ben Wade up to bat. 2 runs across here. The top of the fourth. Spin off by Watson. No one home at second to throw it to. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error so far for the Jacks here in the top of the fourth. Chopped foul at the plate by Ben Wade. 0-1 to the extra hitter. It's Coach Sam DiMatteo and Nate Lambden talking it over. Near the third base dugout. Someone's warming up for the Colonials. Looks like could be Rihanna Wase as that one's inside. Forces Ben Wade to leave his feet. 1-1 now. Rihanna Wase, definitely one of the guys warming up for the Colonials right now. His two arms are getting loose. 1-1. Watson checks Young. Fires the 1-1 to Wade. That one takes a hit off of Roberson. Bounds away, but not far enough for anyone to advance. 2-1. Watson to Ben Wade is... Watson might be near the end of his journey today. 3 1/3 innings of work so far. 2-1. Delivered straight back at Watson. He fields it on a line, goes to second base for the inning-ending double play. Just like that, Watson works out of the jam on the 1-4 double play for a big out. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left on for the Jacks. They lead at 5-1 heading into the home half of the fourth here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Ramon Macias leading it off for the Colonials here in the home half of the fourth. Watches the first one forward, ball inside. Macias in his first at-bat drew a walk. Pops this one up, foul, out of play. Quickly evened it up, 1-1. On the ball put out of play by the lefty Macias. 1-1. From Fregoso is outside, 2-1. Quickly to Macias. Macias typically goes for no batting gloves. Sometimes he'll wear one on that bottom hand. 2-1. To Macias today. Macias wearing the one on the bottom hand. 3-1 as he watches it upstairs and draws the walk again. Back-to-back walks for Ramon Macias. Brooks Walker up to bat. He was strikeout victim number 2 for Saul Fregoso. So looking to avoid strikeout number 2. Macias on first, being held by Swant. That one's shot foul by Brooks Walker. 0-1 to the DH. Takes a step out of the batter's box for a moment. Digs back in. An 0-1 count. Fregoso checks Macias quickly. Fires in there for a strike, 0-2. Walker's in the hole quickly. Oh, 2 count coming up. Infield looking for the double play. Outfield in the regular positions. The 0-2 hits Walker square in the number 4. That's runners on first and second now. For the Colonials, they want to take advantage of this to start cutting into the lead of the Jacks. Sam DiMatteo calls time here to meet with Sal Fregoso. He's calling off the infield to just have a meeting with Fregoso and DeJournay here.
Now, Fregoso's been so solid on the bump, coming off a 1-2-3 third inning, but just lost a little bit of his command here in the fourth. He's got some wiggle room with a 4-run lead, but no doubt a good opportunity for Sam DiMatteo to have a quick word with the young righty out of Moreno Valley, only about 45 minutes away from here.
It's a quick visit by Sam DiMatteo, likely just to help his pitcher Fregoso reset after a walk and a hit by pitch. And you mentioned that, Griffin, he's been really effective through 3+ innings of work so far. It can obviously be effective going forward after a hopefully a mental reset there by Sam DiMatteo. Justin Verna ready to face Fregoso. Watches the first one to call it strike. Walker being held by Swan. Gutierrez keeping a close eye on Macias at second. The 0-1 count, chopped left side. Coach Nate Lambden almost being hit by the foul ball as Verner's in the hole 0-2. Time had to be called as Brooks Walker was still making his way back to first base. 0-2 here to Verna. Fregoso checks Macias a handful of times. 0-2 spiked well outside. Runners will advance 90 feet. As I think Fregoso just checked one too many times on Macias there. Might have thrown himself off. 1-2.
Nick Eli is just starting to get loose, the righty in the Lumberjacks bullpen.
One-two count. Fregoso looking for the strikeout here, and there's the strikeout as Justin Verna chases it upstairs for the swinging strikeout. Out number 1. Strikeout number 4 on the day for Fregoso. Kason Davenport hit by a pitch, stole a base, and scored a run after his first plate appearance. Runners at second and third. Fregoso delivers. Outer edge called strike. 0-1. Seems like he's been getting those outer edge calls quite a bit from the home plate umpire. Might as well go back to the well until you don't get that call. 0-1. It's right back outside, but doesn't get the call this time. A bit farther off the edge. One count. Fregoso delivers a breaking ball that almost hits Davenport. Goes to 2-1. And it seems like as the season's gone on, Griffin, that these pitchers starting to recognize the umpires behind the dish, recognize their strike zones, and they're able to work those strike zones as they see fit. 3-1 now as Fregoso was looking for that outer corner.
Every umpire has a little bit of a different zone, and part of the debate in baseball about going to automated umpires, you remove that element of the game.
3-1 and a walk given up here to Kason Davenport. That loads the bases for the Colonials. It's interesting to see, though, how each of these pitchers start to recognize it and how they take advantage of the strike zones that they're starting to recognize, and that's really good gamesmanship, as you could say, of these pitchers just knowing what they can get from each of the different umpires. Strike call to Joseph Conti.
Catchers, batters, and pitchers can all have relationships with umpires and certainly see the different strike zones, and all those human elements can impact the millimeter differences between balls and strikes.
0-1 right there on the outer edge. As we've been mentioning it, 0-2 now to Conti. Seems like the strike zone today, a little bit wide.
It's a strike according to TrackMan Cole.
To right-handed batters. Upstairs, at least, it seems a bit wide, 0-2. That one's well outside, though, 1-2. And I think it also has to do with how good DeJournay's been behind the dish, as well as Roberson, of framing those pitches right on the edge and making them look a little bit better than they even were through the zone. 1-2. That one's hard to make look good, as that one was in the dirt, 2-2. So many have been right there on the edge. The shadow zone is where you really want to live if you're a pitcher, and both these pitchers have been doing a good job of not really giving any batter ball in a spot that's really easy to hit. And that one's framed really well by DeJournay, and that's a strikeout looking for out number 2. Joseph Conti goes down for strikeout. Victim number 5 for Fregoso.
Good recovery by Fregoso after the slow start to the inning. He's got 5 strikeouts on the day, and this was a huge at-bat here to face Dax Patton and try to escape the inning without any damage.
Bases loaded for Dax Patton. Fregoso delivers outside. 1-0. The inning's gone so far. Walk, hit by pitch, a strikeout, another walk. That's got the bases loaded for the Colonials and 2 outs. Big lead by Macias at third. 2-0 count after that one was far outside. Patton grounded out to the shortstop in the second for his 1 at-bat so far. Fregoso delivers a 2-0. Check swing by Patton. No swing on the check down. This could be a big walk if Patton draws the walk here. Would walk in a run. 3-0 count. Gozo delivers, and it's just inside, and that walks home. Ramon Macias makes it a 5-2 game. On no hits here in the 4th inning, Sam DiMatteo goes out there, and the day will be done for Saul Fregoso after the RBI walk for Dax Patton. We'll have the new Jacks pitcher, information on him after we come back here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Nick Eli from Newman University now on the mound for the Jacks, looking to work out of this jam. Just needs 1 out. The bases loaded situation for Thomas Carrillo, who's batting. Fouls the first one over the netting. 0-1. Nick Eli, we've seen for the Palm Springs Power a handful of times. 0-1. Just outside for Eli.
Third appearance of the season for Eli. 2 2/3 innings pitched. Hasn't given up a run. Just 1 hit allowed. 1 strikeout, 3 walks.
Features a fastball, slider, and a changeup. Gets a strike called on the outer edge. Carrillo looking to extend the inning in a 1-2 count, 2 outs. 1-2 from Eli. He fires and swung on through by Carrillo for the third out. 1 run, no hits, no errors. 3 left on. The Jacks lead it 5-2 here on the PSL Broadcasting Network.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Drew Perry up to bat, ready to face Jordan Watson, as Watson is through 4 full innings of work now. Defensive changes, Avila to third, Wasi at short, Boleyn behind the dish, and that one's lifted to the right fielder, Max Duckweiler, as he's newly entered into the game. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Jacks. To the new right fielder, Max Duckweiler. He's one of 5 defensive replacements here. And Schumacher, the new left fielder, so there's your 5 new fielders. All the changes always come in the 5th inning or so for the Colonials. First pitch to Swat in the dirt, 1-0. Talked about how Coach Nate Lambden's really good about making sure everyone gets their ample playing time in the field and their at-bats and their innings of work. Something you really got to respect by Coach Lambden. Make sure no one gets too tired or too fatigued here in the PSCL, 1-1. Also, they just get the at-bats and their chances to show off their skills, as that's what the PSCL is all about, the 2-1. Well upstairs, and it's now 2-1. Watson fires, and a walk given up to Jake Swant. Swant's second walk of the day. Only 1 real at bat, and he struck out in it. Noah Gutierrez up to bat now. He singled and walked on his day and was picked off in the second inning by Mike Roberson. 1-0 count to Gutierrez. Watson working from the third base side of the rubber, delivers the 1-0. Misses just below the knees. 2-0 count quickly to Gutierrez, the second baseman today for the Jacks. Cameron DeJournay up to bat on deck. 3-0 count. 3 straight balls from Watson. Watson delivers the 3-0, and that's a 4-pitch walk given up by Watson. Runners at first and second now for Cameron DeJournay. Watson's gone through this a few times this game where he's lost the handle on the ball, giving up a few back-to-back innings, a few back-to-back walks, and he's over the century mark on the pitch count.
106. He's certainly been a workhorse today.
First pitch to DeJournay, called strike on that outer edge. 0-1 to the backstop, DeJournay. Looks like Joshua Kim getting loose, the southpaw for the Colonials. The 0-1 fouled straight back. 0-2 count now. If Watson could roll a double play ball here, it would be big for him and the Colonials.
Wow, he turned that double play back in the fourth. That was the play of the game. The hot shot right back to him, made a nice catch, spun around, and threw out a runner at second.
Check on the runner at second. A little bit of an errant throw, but luckily Patton got some leather to it, and Owase was there to help back him up. He would take a double play like that one again right here, where it was lined straight to him, almost took out the knees, but he got the leather to it. The 0-2 lifted up on the infield. The 1 out, the infield fly roll in effect for out number 2. Logan Warden looking to get a run here for the Jacks. Would be their first scoreless inning since the first inning when they didn't score. They've gone 1, 2, and 2 since then. Warden 2 walks on the day, a run scored. Pickoff attempt again. Patton fields it. And Swanton back in there in time, though. Gotta think these pickoff moves are giving Kim a few more warm-up throws. First pitch to Warden in there for a strike. Dryden Fuelko would be next. Another pickoff attempt. Swan again back in there safely. Johnny Young in the hole.
That's what the aggressiveness of the Jacks all day does. Stolen bases, wild pitches, and Watson feels the need to really consistently check on these Jacks runners to keep them in check.
The 0-1, Watson fires. Breaking ball that tried to catch the upper part of the zone, stayed just above the letters. Goes to 1-1. 1-1 count on its way. It's fired outside. Boleyn, good stop back there. Top of the fifth. 5-2 game. The Jacks lead it over the Colonials. 2-1 count. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Jordan Watson delivers the 2-1. And their first strike. Catches the top of the zone that time. Even up the count. 2-2. Runners could be in motion here for an aggressive Jacks team. The 2-2 fired outside. Now it's full, and now the runners for sure will be going. Two chopped foul. Good job by Warden to just keep the at-bat going. This likely will be Watson's last inning of work, as mentioned. Was at the 106 pitch count earlier this inning, and that number is continuing to climb. 3-2, and that one's outside. Good battle by Warden, draws the walk and loads the bases for Dryden Fuoco.
How about Warden? 3 walks today, a run. Ultimate patient batter at the plate today for the Lumberjacks. Really encompasses the day for the Jacks.
Fuoco on the day. Popped out in a single and a run scored. Watches the first one for a ball. Johnny Young would be next if the Jacks get there. One-0 count from Watson, swung on through by Fuoco, evens it up at 1-1. Watson sitting on just the lone K. One backwards K along with it. So 2 strikeouts, chopper right side, fielded on his knee by Patton. Gets it to first base for the 3rd out. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bases left juice for the Jacks. They lead at 5-2. Headed to the home half of the 5th here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Family setting, you know, we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Haruto Endo leading it off for the Colonials. He's 0 for 2 on his day. One of the PSCL All-Stars, as mentioned earlier in the game. We'll be looking forward to seeing him take on the power. Along with his fellow All-Stars, he waves on through the first pitch. 0-1.
He's one of 3 All-Stars on the Colonials, along with Trinity Bieland and Riona Wasa.
Waves on through the second one as well. Quickly 0-2 to Endo.
Nick Eli is a hard thrower that strikeout with the bases loaded at Carrillo. The 4th was at 91, and he's sitting right now at 89.
The 0-2, looped foul.
It's not a surprise. I mean, he prominently plays shortstop, and we've seen how quick his snap throws are from the shortstop position to first, and that translates pretty well on the mound. Sometimes it doesn't, but it certainly is today for Eli.
The 0-2 slider stays outside. Defense playing for a big push right now. Center and right field are essentially playing left center field and right center field. Big gap straight up the middle and a big gap down the right field line. If anything Endo pulls, it might roll for days. 2-2 count to Haruto Endo.
That's a good point, Cole. Cam Tarling is way over in left.
2-2 lifted to left field as expected, straight to Drew Perry for out number 1. But if Endo could have figured out a way to get that one to the right field side, that one would have gone all the way to Indio. Trendy Belind up to bat now after coming in as a defensive replacement for Mike Roberson. We'll see Ray Avila next as well. That one hit Belind square in between the 1 and 9 for a hit by pitch by Nick Eli. And I think the best part about it was that was only 73 instead of that 91 or upper 80s. Ray Avila up to bat now, as we're in the part of the game for the Colonials where we see all the changes happen. Avila lashes one to the right side, drops fair. That one's rolling for a good while. Rounding for third is Belind. That's a stand-up double for Ray Avila.
Pretty impressive, Colt off the bench, and give your team a big extra base hit, the first extra base hit of the day, and Colonials have been able to stick around. They're threatening now here in the 5th.
Brooks Walker, his third plate appearance. He's struck out and been hit by a pitch. Ray Avila delivering his elbow guard and shin guard to Nate Lambton, being handed off to a Colonial player to take back to the dugout. Just the third hit for the Colonials. Runners at second and third. Nick Eli checks on Avila. Delivers the first pitch in there for a strike. Brooks Walker looking for his first hit today. Good handful of the Colonials still looking for their first hit. As we're in the 5th inning here, Eli pounds the zone for strike 2 with that 90-mile-per-hour heater. 1 out after Haruto Endo lifted it to left field. The 0-2 takes a hop in front of the dish, then takes a hop off of DeJournet's glove, allows Belind to score, cutting the lead to 5-3. A 5-3 game after the wild pitch. A 1-2 count to Brooks Walker. Walker sends a fly ball right side, chasing it down is Fuoco, but it goes out of play. Keeps it at 1-2. Ray Avila on third now. 90 feet away from home. We'll make it a 1-run deficit for the Colonials. Eli steps off. Toes the rubber again in an 1-2 count. Avila trying to draw his attention. The 1-2 lifted back over the press box. Keeps it at 1-2. Good battle by Walker here, as Eli's just been hammering the strike zone with his fastball so far. Might be seeing something off speed here. The 1-2. Slider hammered back up the middle. Avila will score. Walker rounding first, going for second base. He'll have a stand-up double with an RBI, making it 5-4. The Jacks leading it over the Colonials here in the bottom of the 5th after the RBI double by Brooks Walker.
Oh, here we go, Cole. We got a ball game now. 2 quick runs here in the 5th by the Colonials, and this should be a fun finish. The tying run in scoring position in the 5th for Nate Lambden's squad.
Justin Verna up to bat. Big wave through the first strike on 1. Time called as Verna was adjusting the batting gloves and tying the shoe, it looked like. The 0-1. Right on the outer edge as the home plate umpire gave it a good long look for calling strike 2. 1 out. Walker on second. 2 runs across here in the home half of the 5th. 5-4 game. The Jacks lead it. Verna waves through for the strikeout. And out number 2. Rian Awase up to bat now. Awase will give a tip of the cap to the umpire and the catcher. 2 outs. 0-0 count for Rian Awase. First pitch to Awase. Pulled outside. 1-0 to the new shortstop for the Colonials. Awase, another one of those Colonials on the PSCL All-Star squad. We'll be looking forward to seeing him. 1-2. Chopped left side. Gebhardt fields it. Lasers it over to first. Gets Awase in time for out number 3. Colonials scored 2 on 2 hits. No errors. 1 left on. They're down 5-4. The Jacks lead it. Headed to the 6th inning here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Joshua Kim now on the mound for the Colonials after Jordan Watson goes 5 full innings of work. First guy Joshua Kim will face is Johnny Young. Watches the first one for a called strike. Two strikeouts for Watson. Kim in an 0-2 count now against Johnny Young.
Kim's making his 7th appearance of the season, which is the most on the Colonials. 8 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 8 earned runs on 5 hits with 14 walks.
Young throws the bat out there, sends a flare to the right side, drops down for a hit as Patton couldn't get to it. Johnny Young with a double.
Yeah, that'll go down as a hit, Cole. That's a really tough play for Patton, ranging up over his head That's really the Bermuda Triangle. Duckweiler trying to come in from right, but no one really had a good shot at that. And the Jacks are looking for some key insurance here in the 6th.
Runner here for Young. As it's number 6, Owen Fuoco, running for Johnny Young. Benyam Gebhardt ready to face Joshua Kim in a 1-0 count after the first one misses. Gebhardt on the day. Popped out, reached on an arrow, scored. That was in the 3rd. He won, he scored. The 4th RBI single. The 1-0 lifted. Center field, Endo sprinting to his left. Fields it for out number 1. Tagging up here is Fuoco. He'll take 3rd on the tag up. F8 in the books for out number 1. Owen Fuoco goes to 3rd. And the ball shot into center field from the batting cages down the left field side. We've seen that happen a few times. This time was called so Haruto Endo could show off the arm, and he threw it from center field all the way back to the batting cages. Cameron Tarling swings and misses for strike 1 against Joshua Kim. Another southpaw for the Colonials. Chopped right side. Takes a hop off of Patton. The run scores, but the out is recorded. As Fuoco scores, Tarling sacrifices the out for a run. And the fielder's choice, RBI.
Jacks have scored in 4 of 6 innings at the plate today. It's really a relentless offense.
First one's a ball to Ben Wade. Wade on the day, 0 for 3. In a 1-0 count against Joshua Kim. Leg kick delivery. Hard grounder left side to Owase. Owase gobbles it up. Gets it over to first for out number 3. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors, no one left on for the Jacks. We're through 5.5. We head to the home half of the 6th. Colonials looking to tack on a few runs to cut into the deficit here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 7PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Third new pitcher Our third pitcher of the day for the Lumberjacks is Eric Arriola. His first appearance pitching on the mound this PSCL season. Looks like he has a curveball, a fastball, and most likely a changeup, but we'll see as his outing progresses. Set to face Max Duckweiler, Dax Patton, Lucas Schumacher. 8-9-1 for the Colonials.
This is the last day for the Jacks before a day off. They've played 4 in a row, so the pitching staff is certainly a little bit more tired, and you're bringing in a couple guys out of the bullpen that don't pitch as much, but it's been a valiant effort nonetheless, and the Jacks holding on to a 2-run lead are 6 outs away from earning their 4th consecutive victory and clinching the 1 seed in the Southern Division. How big would that be for Sam DiMattio's squad?
It would be huge as the 1 seeds get the first round bye, and everyone else got to play an extra game. As another ball shoots in the left field. Drew Perry has to retrieve it. Max Duckweiler in his first at-bat after replacing Joseph Conti in right field. Arriola's first pitch outside, 85 miles an hour. 1-0 to Duckweiler. Joseph Conti, sac fly, RBI, and a strikeout on the day. Duckweiler, no 1-1 count. Actually, a 2-0 count. Arriola sets at the face. Big sigh before delivering. Ball 3. Three-0 count. Arriola looking to avoid the walk. That one's below the knees. It's a 3-1 count. Arriola goes to the windup, delivers, waves on through by Duckweiler. Draws the count full. Full count delivery from Arriola. Hit back to the right side. Fielded on a few hops by Gutierrez. Flips it over to first for out number 1 here in the home half of the 6th. 4-3 if you're keeping score at home.
Jacks do have Johnny Young starting to toss in the bullpen. That might be the final arm that Sam DiMattio's hoping to use today to cobble together a victory against a talented Colonials starting lineup.
It was a good hold. Actually, it would be waved on through by Dax Patton. It would be Nick Eli who would get tabbed the win as of right now. Sal Fregoso didn't go 5 innings at least. 0-1. Looped foul by Dax Patton. So right now, Eric Arriola in line for the hold. If he goes 2 innings of work, he would get the save, though. 0-2. Arriola delivers. Chopper, right side, fielded on a few hops by Swat. He flips it with the hand to Arriola for the second out. 3-1 on the putout. For out number 2. Lucas Schumacher ready for his first at-bat. After Thomas Carrillo went 1 for 3 with 2 strikes. Schumacher with the blue helmet. It's always easy to tell when he's batting. One of the few guys on this Colonials team with non-red or black helmet. First pitch to Schumacher. Right on the outer black for a strike. 0-1 count. Just about at the 2-hour mark right now. So we'll go the distance between these two teams. 0-2 now. Quickly to Lucas Schumacher, newly entered left fielder. 0-2, Ariola looking for a 3-up, 3-down inning. And he doesn't have it yet, as that one missed outside 1-2. One, two coming up. Eric Oliola goes through his motion, delivers, waved on through, but fouled a piece of it off. Keeps that 1-2 for Schumacher. Outfield playing a little bit shallow here against Schumacher. 1-2 coming up. Ariola, leg kick, delivery. Swung on through by Schumacher, 3-up and 3-down. And a strikeout for Eric Ariola. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. It's a 6-4 game as we head to the final frame. The Jacks lead it here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network. Joshua Kim looking to keep it right where it is against the heart of the Jacks lineup. Drew Perry, Jake Swan, and Noah Gutierrez. That's 4, 5, and 6. Kim's got to go through before Colonials get one final chance at bat. The biggest thing Kim's got to do is keep it right where it is. First pitch to Perry. Outside, 1-0. Been a tight game all game long. No team scored in the first, and both teams scored one in the second. 1-0 is 2-0 now. Then you look at the third. The Jacks got out to their lead. Two more in the fourth. The Colonials answered back with a run. Made it 5-2. 2-1 count here to Drew Perry. Kim fires one well outside. 3-1. The fifth inning, the Colonials struck for 2. Making a 1-run deficit only. 5-4. And a walk here given up by Joshua Kim to Drew Perry. The Jacks just tacked on one more last inning, making it 6-4, and now we're here in the final frame. Jake Swan up to bat. 2 walks on his day, caught stealing and a strikeout looking. Fouls one straight back, 0-1.
I think there's no doubt that Nate Lambden tried to play matchups today, throwing out 2 lefties to face a heavy lifting lineup, the Lumberjacks, but unfortunately for the Colonials, it hasn't still worked out to try to slow down this Jacks lineup that's been hard to quiet all year.
0-1 from Kim. Looped back over the press box. 0-2. If Kim could set down the Jacks quietly here in the home or in the way part of the 7th, it would be a big outing from Kim. 0-2. just missed inside for a ball.
And the Colonials have exactly the guys they want coming up in the bottom of the 7th. They're two of their all-stars, Endo and Beeland, will be due up to start the bottom of the 7th. Heart of the order, 2, 3, and 4.
1-2 forces Swan to bend out of the way. 2-2 now. 2-2 count coming up. Kim checks on Perry, delivers the 2-2. Slides in there for a strike called for the strikeout looking. That's Kim's first strikeout for out number 1 here in the 7th. Noah Gutierrez, single and 2 walks on his day. Hasn't gotten past second base. Chopped left side. That one stays fair as tripping over the bag was Avila. Runners go to second and third on the double by Noah Gutierrez. Almost a great play by Avila, but kind of foot on the bag, and he actually got a piece of leather to the ball as he was falling. But a double nonetheless for Noah Gutierrez.
Gutierrez, what a day. He's reached all 4 times. RBI single, now a double, 2 walks. Really nice day for the second baseman.
Infield drawn in. 1 out. Colonials looking to keep it right where it is. Pitch from Kim to DeJournay outside. 1-0. Owen Fuoco running for Gutierrez at second. This one's lifted. Drifting back behind the infield, and it goes into shallow right field, but not deep enough to score anyone. 2 outs on the fly out to Duckweiler.
Unfortunately for the Jacks, maybe a quicker runner is at third. Sam DiMatteo gives it a go, but as talented as Drew Perry is, he is not the flightest of foot. Big 6'6" slugger.
Logan Warden. Jacks down to their last out to extend their lead. Warden loops one to the right side, fouling out of play to the first base stands. 0-1 count to the third baseman. 2-run deficit, 6-4 game. Jacks lead it. 0-1 delivery from Kim. Hit straight back at Kim. Hits off of Kim. 1-4, and it's bobbled by Patton. 1 run scores, and it's thrown away. Going to second is Warden, staying at third is Gutierrez. And Kim almost worked out of the inning here, not giving up a run, but 1 run scored on essentially the infield single after it took a piece of Kim along with it. Time called here. Sam DiMatteo meeting with Fuoco. RBI single for Logan Warden on the infield single. Fuoco running for Gutierrez on third. Dryden Fuoco up to bat. On the day he's popped out, singled, came around to score, and grounded out on his day. He's 1 for 3. 1 run scored on 1 hit here in the 7th. For the Colonials, Nate Lambton meeting with Joshua Kim. After he almost got out of this inning with a really well-struck ball, and almost a great play by Patton at second. Patton just couldn't handle it after it took an awkward grass and into his glove. He bobbled it in the glove. Joshua Kim almost working a masterpiece to keep it right where it was at, but now a 3-run deficit. 0-0 count. Flared on the infield. Awase camping under it. 4 out, number 3. 1 run across on 1 hit. No errors. 2 left on for the Jacks. They lead it 7-4. Headed into the home half of the 7th here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network. The Colonials looking to send it to extras.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Eric Areola back out there for the Jacks. Going for the 2-inning save. But first he's got to get through Haruto Endo, Trinity Boleyn, Ray Avila. That's 2, 3, and 4 of the Colonials. First inning of work for Eric Areola. He got 2 groundouts and a strikeout for his first appearance. Looking ahead on the day for us here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network, Cole Pavelio and Griffin Epstein alongside you. For Game 2, we've got the Coyotes and the Blue Sox approximately 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. When we look at this game right here, 9-6 Colonials, second in the North Division, down right now, 7-4. To the Jacks, who are 12-4 and number 1 in the Southern Division. The outfield playing for the push against Haruto Endo. He pulls it up the infield, diving attempt by Gutierrez. That's a hit for Haruto Endo, and he takes a big round to first but stays at first base.
The exact start the Colonials were looking for from their all-star. Endo pays it to another all-star, and the Colonials catcher. This game's not over just yet.
Trinity Boleyn, 1 plate appearance, 1 hit by pitch, and a run scored on his day so far. Areola, long pause, delivers. Boleyn fouls it back off the net. 0-1. To the backstop, who took over for Mike Roberson. Endo 1 for 4 on the day after a single here in the 7th. The 0-1 upstairs above the head of Boleyn. It was the count at ones. Ray Avila will be next, and Brooke Walker in the hole. No outs. Areola checks on Endo. Endo's secondary lead is quite big, and another one over the head of Boleyn. 2-1. Back-to-back misses right above the head of Trinity Boleyn. Endo being held by Swant. 2-1. Endo, big secondary lead. Another one high and tight. And Trinity Boleyn in a 3-1 count now. 3-1 delivery. Areola checks on Endo. Endo extends his lead by a few steps. 3-1. Endo taking off for second base. Hit and run is on. Gets to the right side of the infield. Endo rounding second. He gets to third on the hit and run. Runners at the corners now for the Colonials. Back-to-back singles. Have the Colonials in motion.
It's one thing to put a plan in place. It's another thing to execute it, and that was perfection by the Colonials. The hit and run moves Gutierrez over towards second base. It opens up a hole, and Phelan pokes it through, and just like that, the tying run comes to the plate for the Colonials. High drama now here in the bottom of the seventh.
Sam DiMatteo calls time for a mound visit. He's showing Areola that if Areola is done, Johnny Young's ready to go. Areola will stay in there. Runners at the corners, no outs. For Ray Avila. Johnny Young is ready to go, though. The Jacks bullpen. Avila doubled in his first at-bat after taking over for Ramon Macias. Avila eventually came around to score. Hits one hard. Left field, but it's drifting back. Drifting under it is Perry. A sac fly to left field. Endo will score, making it 7-5 on the sac fly RBI. One out here in the home half of the seventh. Brooks Walker up to bat. Walker on the day. Strikeout victim. Hit by a pitch victim. An RBI double in the fifth. The DH looking for a big at-bat here. Blend on first. Yo-oh from Areola stays just outside. 1-0 count, one run across on two hits here in the home half of the seventh. A 7-5 game. One out. 1-0 count. Areola leg kicking fires, and that one just inside. Almost dusted off Brooks Walker's pants. 2-0. Walker has to regather himself after the inside pitch. 2-0. Areola fires. That one's above the letters, under the hands. 3-0. Walker steps out, big breath. 3-0 count. Areola, quick check of Boleyn. Boleyn dancing around down first. Areola fires a strike in there, 3-1. Defense in their regular positions, looking for a 2-ball up the middle. 3-1. Boleyn trying to draw the attention of Areola, and Areola gives up a walk. Runners on first and second. That will do it for Eric Areola as a mound visit is called. Johnny Young will come in. We'll take a quick pitching break here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network as we'll have the finale of Game 1 coming up here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Johnny Young from Texas A&M Texarkana now on the mound looking to get the final 2 outs for the Jacks. As the Colonials are down 7-5, runners on first and second. Walker on first. Belend on second. Justin Verna due up to bat. Rihanna Wase would follow.
Can't ask for a whole lot more drama than this. Talented flamethrower and Johnny Young on the bump. The Colonials trying to get a huge win. Tying run at first, walk-off run at the plate, and 2 outs to play with.
Nick Eli, as things stand, would get the win. Outfield being drawn in, swung on through by Justin Vernon for strike 1. Eric Ariello with a hold. Johnny Young looking for a save. 0-1 count, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Young fires the 0-1. Looped to the right side, and that one will drop down on the infield. They get the lead runner at second. But runners at the corners for 2 outs.
Boy, was that a weird-looking play. I thought Gutierrez would catch it, and I don't know if that was on purpose or he just didn't read it, but second out accomplished.
I'm more surprised that it wasn't called for an infield fly rule. Nonetheless, runners at the corners, 2 outs. Rihanna Wase, the last hope for the Colonials. First pitch to Wase, breaking ball in there for a strike.
I agree, Cole. That certainly would have been a pretty good candidate for an infield fly rule.
But I guess that's why you and I are up here in the booth and not on the field wearing the blue. 1-1 count to Wase now.
Well, regardless, credit to Gutierrez for kind of staying calm through that. In a big spot, it's an easy play to panic on.
1-1. Wase in the upright stance. Laces one. Left center field. That one's dropping down. 1 run will score. Makes it 7-6. Round in third. It's going to be a play at the plate. It's 7-7. Owase ties it up with a 2 RBI double.
What a moment for the All-Star. Perry bobbled the ball. Nate Lambden, though, never had a doubt at third, sending Verna around. And my goodness, a 2-out game-tying 2 RBI double. And now Max Duckweiler can play hero for the Colonials.
And Rihanna Wase at second base, ecstatic with himself, a big smile on his face. Duckweiler could end it here with the ball put in to play with the Wase speed. Duckweiler, big swing on through for strike 1. He was trying to end it right there. 3 runs on 3 hits for the Colonials here in the home half of the 7th. 2 outs, 0-1 count. Duckweiler fouls it off. 0-2. Oh-2 count. Long pause by Johnny Young. Big pitch right here coming up. Young fires. 0-2 outside. 1-2. That was Rihanna Wase's first extra base hit for the season. Couldn't come in a bigger spot.
My goodness.
The 1-2. Young fires. Hard hit by Duckweiler, but was screaming foul the whole way. 1-2 again. Due up. Outfield drawn in, so if Duckweiler gets anything over their heads, it's game. 1-2. Big swing and a miss. And we'll have to see if that is game or we'll go to extras before we send anything off. And it looks like we've got extras here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network as Joshua Kim going back out onto the mound. It's all knotted up at 7 thanks to Rihanna Wase's 2 RBI double here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
As great Ernie Banks once said, it's a great day, might as well play too. And, well, since you're getting extra free baseball here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network, the Jacks due up here in the 8th as Rihanna Wase has sent us to extras. Pinch hitter here for Dryden Fuoco. Is this Joe Jimenez? Watches the first one for a ball from Joshua Kim. Watches the second one for a called strike, 1-1. One. Big gap up the middle. As second and short. Seemed like they were playing closer to their respective corner bags than rather up the middle. 2-1. Joe Jimenez is inside, and they're saying it hit Jimenez, so he'll have first base on the hit by a pitch from Joshua Kim. We'll have another new hitter here in the spot of Johnny Young.
Top of the order now and back to Gebhardt.
It's 1-0 count to Gebhardt. The 1-0 delivered outside, 2-0. Joe Jimenez on first base. That one's looped straight to the press box, and it goes above us. 2-1. Almost took it out of our very own Ethan Gomolka if that was a few feet lower. I don't know if he would have been ready as a talented D3 tennis player.
I don't know about talented.
Well, I don't know. He's more talented than either of us, Griffin, so we can't really judge him. So 2-2 count, regardless to Gebhardt now.
Just giving him a hard time.
2-2 coming up from Joshua Kim. It's lifted foul on the first base side.
Johnny Alley is now warming in the Lumberjacks bullpen. He could be the 5th pitcher that the Jacks used today, trying to cobble something together on their 4th consecutive day playing a ball game.
Blown save for Johnny Young. This one's lifted to center field, drops in front of Indo. There's a hit for Binyam Gebhardt. The second one of the day. Runners at first and second now for Cameron Tarling. Tarling, an RBI fielder's choice, back in the sixth. No outs here. Runners at first and second. Gebhardt on first. Jimenez on second. Corners drawn in. Middle of the infield looking for a double play. Bunt put down. Goes foul all the way. 0-1 count to Tarling now. Ben Wade due up next. Drew Perry would follow. Here with no outs. All one delivery, spin off before anything else, Kim. And Jimenez back in there safely.
This has really been a fun ball game, Cole. Back and forth, a lot of action. What a comeback by the Colonials. 3-spot put up in the bottom of the seventh.
Bunt pulled back. Called strike 0-2 to Cameron Tarling.
Two really good teams that have been playing really well of late. Jacks will win away from clinching the 1 seed in the South. They're 1 out away from clinching it and now having to play into extras. And the Colonials, a big game for their playoff seeding.
0-2 delivery from Kim. Swung on through by Cameron Tarling for a big out, number 1. Ben Wade due up now. 0 for 4 on his day.
Well, Wade wants to make sure not to get into a double play because the dangerous all-star Drew Perry works next, who's had another great day. He's reached 3 of 4 times he's come to the plate with 2 runs.
3 of Ben Wade's 4 outs today have been ground balls. He pops that first one off the netting for strike 1. 1 out. Colonials looking for the 2 ball. Patton holding Jimenez. Ball spiked in the dirt, stopped by Belen, 1-1. Due up for the Colonials, it will be Patton, Schumacher, and Endo, so 9-1-2. Good spot to be in the lineup. 1-1 from Kim. Looped, right side, fielded on a hot by Patton. Goes the short way for the for sure out, number 2. Runners on second and third.
Well, this paved the way for Perry, and what a spot here. The probably most dangerous hitter on the Jacks with 2 in scoring position in the top of the 8th, trying to give the Jacks the lead back in extra innings.
Perry on his day. He's hit that loud double. A walk, a fly out, and another walk. 2 runs on his tally in total. First one from Kim. Big fly ball right side, drifting to foul territory, and it will run out of room for Justin Verna for a big strike 1. Jake Swant would be next. Joshua Kim looking to hold the Jacks right here. 0-1 delivery. It's upstairs at the eyes of the 6'6" Drew Perry. 1-1 count. Shoe's got to be tied by Joshua Kim before he delivers his next pitch. Maybe it's all a ploy to just throw off the timing of Drew Perry. He's dropped the ball too, but he wasn't anywhere close to the rubber, so.
You see that in soccer all the time. Why not add it in baseball, right? You can fake an injury out there to delay even more.
1-1. Kim leg kicks and fires. Just outside, 2-1.
It's honestly a spot I would at least, as Kim, be very careful with an open bag at first and how dangerous Swant is, though. No Gutierrez on deck's had a great day.
Drew Perry, in a 2-1 count, watches one that breaks into the corner of the zone for strike 2. Kim 1 strike away from keeping the Jacks quiet in the top of the 8th. Would be a big out to keep the Jacks quiet. 2-2. 2-out delivery. Kim sets down Drew Perry and strands 2 Jacks. No runs on a hit. 2 left on, no errors. It's all knotted up at 7 going into the home half of the 8th here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
The southpaw, Johnny Alley, set to face the Colonials. 9-1-2, Dax Patton, Lucas Schumacher, and Haruto Endo. Really going to the depths of the bullpen. And I don't think this matchup Sam DiMatteo would be wanting against 2 right-handed batters, 1 lefty. But when you're this far into your bullpen and this far into the PSCL season, sometimes you have no other choices.
Colonials have all the momentum here to walk it off after 3 in the 7th and 1 effort by Joshua Kim to get maybe the most dangerous batter in the Jacks lineup with 2 in scoring position, Drew Perry, to strike out. And now against a guy who hasn't thrown a lot this year, the Colonials a chance to get their heart of their order up and walk things off on what's been a thriller.
And Tino Zaya up to bat, replacing Dax Patton. Zaya, left-handed batter, tries to put down the bunt, and that was an awkward angle bunt. And before anything, the bat got checked for Pine Tar, how far it was, I think, actually. So we might have almost seen an out due to the bat and the Pine Tar. 0-1 count to Zaya. Sends a little number foul. Quickly 0-2 Dax Patton on the day. 0 for 2 with a walk and an RBI on that walk. Zaya. And an 0-2 count. Alley leg kicks and fires outside. 1-2 for Tino Zaya. One, two. Fouled straight back by Tino Zaya. Keeps it alive. Another 1-2 pitch. About to be on its way. Zaya steps out of the batter's box before anything else. And another foul off by Tino Zaya. Really forcing Johnny Alley to work here to try to get out number 1 in the 8th.
This is the way to set the tone to start the inning. All from your 9th batter in the lineup, cold off the bench. It's a deep Colonial squad.
Really is. This is one of those dark horse teams that I've got a feeling they could make a championship run. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2 now. Good at bat here by Tino Zaya.
We're seeing a lot of guys come off the bench. Lambden's used 7 pinch hitters. These latter innings to success.
2-2. Alley steps off. The Colonials now heckling him a bit, as Zaya will take the time to readjust the gloves and maybe throw off Johnny Alley now. 2-2. Alley through the motion, leg kick fires. Zaya swings through for the first out via the K. Lucas Schumacher due up now. Alley goes through his windup, delivers. Schumacher punches it, a fly ball to right side, but not having to move at all. As Fuoco fields it.
Just like that, 2 quick outs. We could be going 9 today, Cole.
2 outs. Haruto Endo looking to avoid going to 9 innings. First pitch to Endo in the dirt. Now 2-0 to Endo.
Endo had the single to kickstart the big 3-run 7th, tie the ball game last out.
2-0 to Endo. He watches it all the way for a strike.
He's going to need to kickstart a 2-out rally here for the Colonials if they want to walk off this ball game in the 8th.
2-1 Alley, leg kicks, fires. Endo watches it in the dirt. He might be trying to draw a walk here and then try to steal second base.
He's got great speed.
3-1. Alley fires. That is on the outer edge for a called strike. Endo thought he had the walk.
3 stolen bases on the season for Endo without being caught stealing if he can reach.
Big pitch coming up here from Johnny Alley. 3-2 goes to the motion. Alley fires. Endo laces it. Left side foul. Keeps it full for another 3-2 pitch coming up. And Sam DiMatteo looking at his bench as he's given defensive positioning signs, and not a lot of bodies left on the bench to go to the bullpen. There's a good walk drawn by Haruto Endo. Trendy Beland up now.
Endo is such an impressive batter at the plate, patient, poised. He only struck out twice on the season, and he sure wasn't going to do it in this big spot in the 8th, and he is the walk-off run on base.
Beland, 2 plate appearances, a hit by a pitch, a run scored, a single and a run scored. So good things for Beland so far. Watches one above the letters. 1-0. One-0 count. Leg kicks and delivers. One in the dirt from Johnny Alley. 2-0. Ray Avila would be next. Two-0 count. Alley sets at the chest. Working from the stretch now. Leg kicks and fires. Another one in the dirt. 3-0. Right now, he's just got to find the strike zone against Beland. But he can't just fire one straight down the middle either. Tough spot here for Alley. 3-0 count. That's outside. Gets by the backstop of DeJournay. Endo rounds second. He'll stay at second base. Runners at first and second after the back-to-back walks. Sam DiMatteo now calls time. No one warming up in the Lumberjacks bullpen. Actually, looks like we will have a pitching change. Sally's time is done. We'll get the new pitcher for the Jacks here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network in just a moment, as we've got more PSCL baseball coming up.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Binyam Gebhardt now on the mound for the Jacks, replacing Johnny Alley. 6th pitcher of the day for the Jacks. Gebhardt moves from short to the mound, as he's got to face Ray Avila with runners on first and second, 2 outs. It's Belinda on first, Indo on second.
Doesn't get much bigger than this for Gebhardt. For 2 quick outs for Alley, back-to-back walks. Certainly the right move for Sam D'Amato, trying to get the last out of the 8th and pull this game somehow, some way into the 9th. And Gebhardt's been really good in limited action on the mound for the Jacks. He's an excellent hitter as well. 8 2/3 innings pitched, allowed just 9 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks, bringing a righty in to face Avila.
And if you're just now joining us, you've missed a good one, as it's been back and forth all game long between the Jacks and the Colonials. The Jacks entered at 12-4, Colonials 9-6. But it's big for both teams if they get a win. If the Jacks take it, they take the division. If the Colonials take it, they move closer to the Blue Sox, as they don't have the Northern Division essentially clinched yet.
We'll see them next against the Coyotes if we ever get there. But honestly, Cole, I don't want this game to end. It's been that fun and thrilling.
It might never end as things go, but, you know, if this inning closes out still tied up, I do believe we will go to a 9th and hopefully find a winner in the 9th. If it takes that.
I'll say let's keep going. Let's play all night. We got lights here.
As it's not even noon yet, but we're saying this one might go all the way to the night.
18, 19 innings.
Binyam Gebhardt ready to face Ray Avila. First pitch from Gebhardt. Looped. Left side, chasing it is Perry, and it will drop foul for strike 1. Long strike 1, but strike 1 nonetheless. Indo on second. Blend on first. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Defense playing for a pull here against Avila. 0-1 delivery from Gebhardt. Half-hearted swing breaks the plane for strike 2. Gebhardt looking to work out of the jam here. 0-2 pause. Set at the belt. Check on Endo. The runner on second delivers the 0-2 pop up. Straight back here to us. Waiting for the clank, and there it is on top of the press box. Keeps that 0-2. Knew it was going to land eventually. Just was a matter of how long it took to land.
Well, 2 outs. Endo's got great speed at second. Feels like any hit to the outfield should be enough for the walk-off run.
The ump needs some new baseballs. Colonials oblige. Get 2 new pearls into play. The 0-2 again to Ray Avila from Binyam Gebhardt. Gebhardt steps off. Gets back on the rubber quickly, though. Peers in for a long time. Gets what he likes for the 0-2 count. Runners take off. 0-2 fouled back. And the Colonials were looking into it there on a hit and run with 2 outs and a 2-strike count.
I like Nate Lambden being aggressive. You're going up against the back-to-back champs, looking for a huge win. You've clawed all the way back. Nothing to lose now.
I mean, the Jacks did it to you all game. Aggressive base running. Now the Colonials doing it right back. 0-2. Gebhardt, long pause, checks on the runner on second. 0-2, hit and run on again. Another one fouled back. We'll do the 0-2 again.
If Avila doesn't swing at that, Endo to third, that's not an easy block for the catcher, Dejournay. I could have scored Endo.
0-2 coming up again. Everyone's starting to likely feel fatigued at this point. This one's been a marathon. 0-2. Check on Endo. Check on him again. Gebhardt leg kicks, delivers. Hit ball right side, but straight to the right fielder, Fuoco, for the third out. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on. It's all knotted up at 7 as we head to the 9th. No better words in the game of baseball. We've got more baseball here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Top of the 9th. Jake Swant will be leading off. Drew Perry will start on second base. As Caden Stillwell will be batting for the Jacks. After Swant. And his 2 official at-bats had 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, no runs scored. So Caden Stillwell batting for him. Drew Perry on second to start the inning. Stillwell watches the first one for a ball from Joshua Kim.
This has been a gritty performance by Kim. Came in for the 6th inning for Watson and still going here in the 9th.
Fires one outside, 2-0.
He's allowed just 2 runs. He's limited damage on the bump, and if he can hold the Jacks scoreless again, Colonials can walk it off in the bottom half of the inning. He'd get the win.
2-0 count. Catches zone for a strike.
We're 5 minutes away from playing 3 hours of baseball this morning, Cole.
The show must go on is where we're at now, 2-1. Catches the zone for a strike on a breaker. 2-all count. Someone warming up in the Colonials bullpen, a righty this time. It would be the first right-hander of the day for the Colonials if he comes in.
It's Jackson Wood.
So that one makes it a full count. Jackson Wood was originally slated as the 10th batter for the Colonials and never came to bat. Dribbler, left side, fielded on the hop by Avila. Goes to first for the out. Back to third for the double play on the 5-3-5 double play. Tell me the last time you saw that one, Griffin, and I'm guessing it hasn't been in quite some time, but a 5-3-5 double play for 2 outs.
Yeah, it's been a minute for sure. I mean, it was played perfectly from Avila at third. You look back the runner at second. You throw across the diamond. I was very surprised to see Perry then after that go down to third. He doesn't have great speed, and you think you're still in scoring position with only 1 out. What's the extra 90 feet really accomplish? Just like that, the bases are cleared.
So we're not starting with 1 out as we had been the past few times we've gone into 9 innings. Officially, now that there was 2 outs, that would have been the third. First one spiked to Gutierrez. 1-0 count. This is more akin to what they do in the majors and the minors. They start with a guy on second with no outs. Past few times it's been guy on second with 1 out, as it's now a 2-0 count to Gutierrez.
This has just been such a gritty performance against the Colonials. You look at the numbers, the Jacks are the more talented team. I'm not sure the Colonials have fielded or pitched their best today, but they have just fought tooth and nail, and they've made, as that pitch sails high 3-0, they've made the big plays when it's mattered most here in extra innings, and if Kim can get this last out of the 9th, they'll have a golden opportunity to walk it off.
3-0 is a called strike to Noah Gutierrez. And we'll still have that Coyotes and Blue Sox game, which was now slated to start 30 minutes ago, approximately 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. And there's a walk given up to Noah Gutierrez, so runner on first for Cameron DeJournay.
Gutierrez has still not been retired today. He has 3 walks, a double and a single, and that's going to do it for Kim. What an outing by Joshua Kim, the lefty.
We'll get the new Colonials pitcher coming up in just a moment here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Jackson Wood now pitching for the Colonials. He's got to face Cameron DeJournay. He's actually a pinch hitter. As it's number 8, Anthony Thomas. 6'2" catcher who's uncommitted, coming in at 205. Watches the first one for a ball. Gutierrez on first. As the bench has really been emptied for the Jacks as Thomas watches one straight down the zone for strike one.
Third appearance of the season for Wood. He's completed an inning and does have a save in a tight ball game against the A's. That was his last outing. Hasn't allowed a hit or a run.
1-1 to Thomas. He pops it up left side, charged on here by Schumacher. Schumacher leaps, makes the catch for the third out. No runs, no hits, no errors. One left on for the Jacks. We go to the bottom of the ninth, still searching for a winner. Colonials looking at it here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Still searching for a winner between the Jacks and the Colonials. We're in the bottom of the ninth. 3 hours have come and gone. Biniam Gebhardt still out there for the Jacks on the mound. He's got to face Brooks Walker, Justin Verner, and Rihanna Wase. And boy, if Walker and Verner get on, and Rihanna Wase comes back up to bat, that might be curtains on this one.
Well, he had the game-tying 2-out, 2 RBI double in the 7th. What a moment that was. That's one of the best moments I think I've seen in the PSCL here on the stadium all year long. But I'm curious to see if the Colonials go small ball here. They, even with the international runner at second, or ghost runner, whatever you want to call him, in the top half of the inning. And Joshua Kim, Jackson Wood combined for a scoreless top half of the frame. And Ray Avila will be at second. Do they maybe look to just lay down a bunt, try to advance Avila 90 feet, and you don't even need a hit to walk off this ball game in the bottom of the ninth on what's really been a memorable, fun 3 hours.
Walker on his day, strikeout, hit by a pitch, RBI double and a walk, and a run scored. So Walker could end it here. And Phil drawn in and playing for the pole. And going for third right away is Avila. And they're looking for a Gebhardt balk. As we'll have to meet between the umpires here. And Avila was trying to get Gebhardt to balk. And I don't know if either ump saw it. And that's not a good thing for the Colonials if neither ump saw it. Because that would be that.
I think Avila just assumed it was a balk. He didn't even slide in, which he should have, because I think if he slid, he would have been in safely. Warden was in on the grass, the third baseman, anticipating that bunt, and wow, they're going to call him out.
And Coach Nate Lambden is not happy with the call here, as he's talking with the umps. And Ray Avila, not happy either. Thought there was a balk, but I guess that's the danger of trying to just take off.
Yeah, I mean, Gebhardt certainly looks set to me. And
I think Rion Awase might have been filming this, looking for to get the walk-off on film, and he's going through the tape now. And Sam DiMatteo is saying, hey, how are we doing this? Or maybe Awase is looking at the broadcast.
I don't know. Yeah, he's got the phone out. I've never seen this before, Cole.
And Rion Awase's now trying to show what happened. And, I mean, he's going through the footage here.
Yeah, he's got the phone out. He's looking. He's scrolling back on the broadcast right now. I think you're right, too. I don't think either umpire saw it. They were awaiting the first pitch and just focused on that, and it was kind of a sneaky play by Avila to try to take off or really, as you said, draw the balk from Gebhardt. I think he clearly did, but I'm not sure
Awase,
either Ryan Carroll or Carlos Hernandez saw.
I think has found the spot in the video because he's trying to show the ump. And now the real question is, will the ump let him show it to him?
If I'm Sam DiMatteo, I'm going over here and saying, you can't have the phone out on the field and do this. We don't have instant replay in the PSCL.
And Coach Landon's trying to block him off from showing the video, and now Sam DiMatteo is trying to get the pace of play up.
Ray Avila is still standing at third base. He doesn't want to leave.
And Nate Landon has been thrown out of the game. And now the question is, who is the coach for the Colonials after Nate Landon's been thrown out and Ray Avila is not leaving third base?
Well, he's been ruled out, so he has to. Yeah, now he's finally walking out.
So
oh my goodness!
On the caught stealing is the only way we can mark it. But this has been one heck of a game, and now the Colonials are going to be getting into this one for their head coach, Nate Lambden. And what a game we have. 3 hours in, and this is what we're getting now. Brooks Walker in a 1-0 count. And honestly, there's no other way to put it. This has been one heck of a game between these two teams. 1-0 below the knees, 2-0 now. And
this is tough for Gebhardt. He had such a long time now to wait. At about 4 or 5 minutes break there with the arguments and the manager getting tossed. And now I think he's a little out of sorts. But I'm also curious, as he said, from the Colonials, who's pulling the strings now? They have a player down at third base. I mean, he could factor big into this game.
Big pop-up left center field. This one's drifting back for Brooks Walker. And that one is over the wall. Brooks Walker has ended it. The Colonials take it after Coach Nate Landon has gone ejected. Brooks Walker sends the Colonials home happy. The Colonials bringing out the ice bucket. A walk-off homer to end it. What a game for the Colonials. They take it 8-7 to end it in the bottom of the ninth after head coach manager Nate Lambden got ejected. And what a game we just saw. Griffin, I think we're both in disbelief of what we just witnessed.
Well, this is why you love this sport. Sometimes you just have days and games where verbs can't describe what happened, and that's just what happened in 3 hours on a seemingly innocuous Monday. Just an unbelievable game, unbelievable fight by the Colonials to win this ball game. And after a 2-0 count, Brooks Walker stepped out, took a deep breath, and a pitch right in the heart of the zone. He absolutely demolished 389 feet off the bat. 96 exit velo, and what a way to end an unbelievable, thrilling ball game. And you can't say enough about the Colonials fight. The 3 runs in the 7th to tie it. You see a tough call not go their way. Their manager thrown out, and the very next batter, Brooks Walker, plays hero with, I believe, the first walk-off home run of the year in the PSCL, and it could have not been a better ball game.
And there's really not much more to say about this marathon of a PSCL game. Brooks Walker ends it on one fatal swing, giving the Colonials the 8-7 victory. That'll do it from us here on Game 1 of our PSCL day. Blue Sox and Coyotes next. Until next time, for myself, Cole Pavelio, and Griffin Epstein alongside me. So long from all of us here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.